Mel Gibson on your podcast the other day. He brought up the Shroud of Turin.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was fake. 'Cause like in the 80s.
What is that, Eddie?
The Shroud, it's like the cloth that Jesus was buried in and left an image of him. And in the 80s, like 1988, they did carbon dating on it. And they go, oh, it's fake. See that?
Yeah, it literally
So
has the image of Jesus burned into it somehow or another.
I never looked into it. I just figured it was fake. But listening to you and Mel Gibson talk about it, I'm like,
it's
what?
real?
Is there?
Well, apparently it's a lot older than they assumed when they did the first testing. And one of the problems is that there's cross-contamination. There's also been repairs to it. But they did subsequent testing, and they found that it was like 2,000 plus years old.
Yeah, and the one thing, it's the most studied artifact ever.
Damn.
Like particle physicists, nuclear engineers, they all studied it, and some of them, some believe in it, some don't believe in it, but they all agree on one thing: no one knows how they did it.
Right.
There's
no one knows
paint,
how they made it.
There's no paint. There's no dye. So, dude, all this week, all day, I'm just watching documentary after podcast on this shit, and it's fucking mind blowing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's mind blowing.
If it turns out that they can't figure out how anyone could ever do it, like if no one has come up with a theory of how to do that today, that's where it gets really interesting. Because it wasn't paint and it wasn't dye and
they all agree on that.
Wasn't burned.
They all agree it's a mystery. But then the skeptics say, just because we don't know how it was done doesn't make it real, which is a good point. But then the other side's like, dude, all these scientists have no idea how they faked it. It's got to be real. So it's all about how you look at it.
I lean on the side be real.
There's a nuclear engineer.
Well, that'll be the most fun.
There's a nuclear engineer. You can go on YouTube. His name is Robert Rucker. Watch his breakdown. This guy's a nuclear dude. He's breaking down the it's insane because it's a negative image on a non-photographic material. It's linen.
Right.
And then it turns out, like if you look at it with the naked eye, it's white, and then you see the image of the face is kind of like yellow. You can barely see it. But in like 1898, some photographer took a picture of it and then flipped and then looked at the negative, and then all of a sudden in the negative, the whole body appears, front and back, because he was buried like with a.
You see the images, Jamie?
He was buried with the sheet under him, and it went around his head. That's the back of him, because the
right one's the back and the left one's the front. That's crazy.
No one knows how they did it.
And it even has, like,
scientist.
the holes where the wrist would be nailed.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. That was the thing with Jesus. With me, it's very hard. It was always very hard to believe in Jesus. I'm like, dude, the resurrection, like, that's a hard one to wrap your brain around, right?